Well, good evening and howdy howdy. How's it going, Mr. Rideshare Rodeo? Steve. Not sure if you're still here or when you wrote that, but I'm here now. Running a little late. Nothing unusual there. Got a notification telling me that I was live. Guess that's what that was. Anyway, hope everyone is doing great out there. Yep, tell me I am live. There you are. Yeah, I was running a little bit late. I honestly, I was sitting here. I just wasn't paying no attention to the time, trying to get a couple of things done, and got a little more to get done before bedtime. But that's all right. It'll all work out. Hello, the Drew. Howdy, howdy. Anyway, I I didn't really have nothing to talk about tonight. I just wanted to go live. I'm kind. I mean, I don't know. I've been tossing around the idea of dropping the live streams. I don't know. And it's nice to kind of hang out though. But when you don't really have a topic to talk about, and unless you can get some people hanging out and bringing stuff up that kind of helps things move along, then it's pretty good. But when there's really nothing much going on, I don't even know. I am so out of touch with the gig apps, and pretty much all I do is the Amazon and Amazon influencer stuff now. Of course, I still have the gig apps on my phone. The one gig app that I know I'm not going to do is Amazon Flex. That is a huge no. I don't see how anybody even, I don't understand how anybody even wants to do Amazon Flex unless it pays better in other locations. It could pay different elsewhere. Character preferences. What? Well, what is I just texted you a Walmart Spark screenshot. Have you seen it? No. We're changing how we show you offers based on the offers you select and other eligibility factors. The app will learn which offers you prefer and show you more like those first. You can keep choosing the offers that work best for you. Rejecting offers will not count against you. Uh, hmm. I don't really know what to think of. I don't really know how to take that one because uh, nobody I know takes the offers they don't want anyway. They reject them. I do know who was it? They was on your driver Mike about a month ago talking about a new way Spark was going to do. They was going to start doing tier levels. Now, I don't know where they're doing them at. If it's up north, I don't know. I think the guy was in Dallas or Houston or somewhere, and it wasn't there yet. And as far as I know, of course I haven't logged on, but I don't even think Emily's done a Spark in several weeks. I honestly don't know. But unless you was in a big market where tons of offers was coming through, I don't really know what benefit it would be for them to basically, sounds like use AI to figure out what offers you would take or what offers you want, and it'll only send you those. I'd rather see all the offers, and let me decide. Don't let AI or anything else decide, because what I don't take today, I might take tomorrow. It depends on how good today is, whether I take those tomorrow. I don't think I like that. Basically, first have to admit they send you offers based on what you take. Take bad offers, they'll send you more. Oh, okay. Take good offers, you'll get better. Not sure why they sent it, but interesting. And well, if that's what they're talking about, I thought they was talking about if you took, of course, from my understanding, all the offers are shopping offers now. There's no more curbside. That's what I had heard. And the last few times Emily did do Walmart Spark, that's what it was. Every one of them shopping offers. There was no curbside. So I don't know which I personally would rather do the shopping orders because they pay better and you can get in there and get out instead of having to wait for a certain time. But I don't do Spark. That's why I asked what you thought. Yeah. um, I don't know. Like I said, I can kind of see the advantage of that, but if you need to make $500 a week, and like I was saying a while ago, and you had some really crappy orders today or offers today, you might lower your standards a little bit tomorrow to kind of help make up for today. And if they're filtering those out, you're never going to see them. So that can actually kind of come back and bite you in the butt. So I don't like that idea. Just be my opinion. I mean, like I said, I haven't done it in a while, but from my experience over the last few years, I don't think it's a good idea. I send the offers to you and let people decide whether they're going to take them or not. Now, if they were still doing curbside and shopping, I could see how that would be because I don't even remember the last curbside I did. I just started doing shopping orders, and I don't care nothing about seeing the curbside. If that was still the case, I could see just sending you just shopping orders or just curbside. But other than that, I don't. Mm-mm. The cost of data is up to 300 to 500%, so obviously they are looking to cut back on sending everything to everyone. Hello, Lisa. You're doing well. Yeah, yeah. I don't like the idea of Spark using their AI or whatever they use, which we probably know it's AI. It's going to filter it, but and cost of data. I don't know. I mean, even with Spark, the data usage and data and bandwidth and all that they would use on sending, well, actually, that would add up because there's graphics, there's images and stuff with the orders or the offers that come across the app. If it's just text based, where it's just text, that's minute uh, bandwidth. But when you start throwing images on there, that's going to bump it up considerably, even though they're small, low quality. But I don't know. I agree. The AI use is playing it out to driver's advantage. The algorithm has always learned from us, but this is the next level. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like that. Oh, disadvantage. Yeah, yeah. I don't like it at all because, like I said, you know what you reject today, you may take tomorrow, and if it's basing it on what you normally would take, then you would never see those offers. So, nah, I don't like it. I know Curry does that. They send an order out, then they text me, huh, there's a curry all you can counter offer. So, hello, pork chop. Steve was just saying that apparently Spark is starting to base what they send you on your habit that you train their AI is what you accept. And they're not going to send you what you normally wouldn't accept. Which, yeah, I don't like it. It usually sends me orders and catering. I am really surprised there's not more apps that's come about in the last 6 months to the last year. I wouldn't really be surprised if where I live, uh, some of them don't pull out. You know, it would it would honestly be better. You know, because they're fighting for the spots, but you have DoorDash, Uber, and Grubhub. And that's, as far as I know, that is the only three here. But Wichita Falls, you probably get away with just one. We used to have Bite Squad, and they pulled out. I can't remember their Bite Squad is actually owned by a bigger parent company. I can't remember the name of it now, but Bite Squad was one underneath it, and they pulled up. What is it? What was that old saying? They pulled up the rug and left. Anyway, they gone. Chris Barnes was Expedite was the god of Bite Squad. Oh, really? I liked Bite Squad. I really did. Mainly because you could go on base. They was the only ones that actually would get you a base ID. Now you could go on your own to get a pass. I think they was good for like 90 days or 30 days. It might have been 30 days, but every 30 days you had to go out to the visitor center and apply for another one because, like, Uber would only have X amount of spots that they would sponsor you with. But Bite Squad, they gave you a regular base ID, which worked for me because even when I got Ubers and DoorDashes and everything else, I used my Bite Squad base ID to get on base. And I like doing the ride share out there. I really enjoyed doing the ride share for the military. Uh, occasionally a couple of guys might have had a couple of too many drinks, but they wasn't like loud and belligerent and everything else. Civilians was what I didn't like hauling. And of course, I only had a couple of experiences. It wasn't bad. It's just I, I'm not I'm not a big drinker, so to enjoy and see people's humor that are drunk, you pretty much got to be drunk too, because if you're not, you're thinking they're just idiots. They're not even funny. Some of them are, but the majority of them aren't. I am drinking me a big old jug of V8 Splash. I didn't have a whole lot left in this jug, and I just really didn't, but I can't get, hand around it. I used to go to the Fort Drum until DoorDash got rid of the daily big pay. I don't know, sometimes I miss doing the delivery. In a lot of ways, it was easier than doing what I'm doing now because when I got done, I was done. And with this, you're never done. You've always got something to review. You always got stuff coming in. Uh, Try to do a little bit of research and looking at things, and then you got emails to look at and to reply to, and then you got 2 or 3 different people on WhatsApp messaging you, not constantly, but delivery was easier, honestly. I could head out, fill the car up, do 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours, whatever, and call it a day. I guess all of it has its own advantages because with that, then you got wear and tear on your car and your gas, all that, and the increased likelihood of having an accident. And doing this, you're pretty much a hermit. You don't go to many places. I don't know. I guess everything in life has its advantages and disadvantages. If you're working a regular W-2 job, then you're there from 2 o'clock to 10 o'clock, or 8 to 5, or 7 to 3. And with delivery, you can do it when you want to, or when you have to do it, or when need to do it. And with like this, and like today, which it's kind of cool, to be honest with you. Most of my adult life, like when my aunt and them would come to Wichita Falls, and they would go eat and, meet up for lunch and go eat. I would want to go, and depends on the job. Uh, I could go, but I had to leave pretty quick, or I just couldn't go at all. And my sister always got to go, and she could just chill with them and everything. And like today, it was like she had to leave because she had to get back to work, and I didn't have to. It was, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of nice not to have to, but you know, if you're not working, you ain't making money though. Well, technically, I guess I am, but I'm not getting the things done that I need to be getting done if I'm not working. I don't know. I guess there's a lot of different ways to look at it. Hello, Ray. The what not Wumble? I was spying on you. I was doing a few things, and I had your live running in the background. Sorry I'm late. I was finishing up. Oh no, you're good. You're good. And don't ever feel like you need to shut your live stream. If you got something good going on and good conversation going, man, I totally get it. I understand. You know, and you know, over here, usually there's not a whole lot going on. Yeah, I thought that's pretty cool. Whatnot. It was kind of a spin on how to spell it, though. You know, instead of WHAT, it's WOT. That's kind of cool. I only do the lives as a warm up show for you. You're the opening act. Well, if we could get it timed right, me or you could be the opening act, then me or you could be the mid roll, and then we could lead up to Steve. Steve is one that usually has a lot of knowledgeable stuff going on. I normally don't ever have anything pertinent. I mean, if I guess if you had enough people that was into what you're into, then I might would. But what little bit that I know, about once a month for about 10 minutes, we cover what little bit I know and what little bit news comes on uh, with Amazon. But with the gig apps, man, it's something new all the time. It's like last night, I didn't know that some DoorDash orders required taking pictures. And Tim was, I saw a guy at Freddy's, what Freddy's frozen custard, whatever, taking a picture, and Tim said that some orders they make you take the picture now. I had no clue. As far as I know, I'm still on DoorDash. Honestly, do not know. Which one is DoorDash? That's the, yeah. Oh, I bet it. Oh, does this mean they took me off DoorDash? You see that? Maybe they took me off. Let's dash. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, they're wanting me to put my phone number in there and all kinds of stuff. I guess I got deactivated. Hey, does that mean that I could sign up and I would get the, no, what do they call that? The honeymoon? I could get the honeymoon and get these big incentives, or do they still do that? I know used to, you could sign up for a new gig app and you could get like a $200 or $300 incentive, just to take 10 orders or something. Oh no, put your number in. It doesn't mean you're deactivated. Okay, yeah, I had my number filled in. Continue. Verify your. Oh, they're gonna send me a text. Share your location. Okay, blah blah blah. Allow only when using the app. When app settings. Why? I guess I should have read it. We require location permission to be said. Oh, allow all the time. Let's just click on dash. Oh, it is letting you. Oh, yeah, they did change it where you could dash anytime, didn't they? I had that last year. I got on straight away. And, I hadn't been on it. This is the first time I've even looked at it since, what, February of last year? I wonder if they ever took verify your identity, continue dashing. Okay. What, I got to take a picture? Don't you like doing this crap in the middle of Walmart when you're doing a Walmart order? Walmart does that. I didn't remember DoorDash doing that. Pictures of oh, they're gonna make me ask my license. Oh, I think I got it in my pocket. Maybe it'll come up that I'm not who I am. I'm just doing this. Oh, there it went. Your identity has successfully verified. Okay, got it. Select the time dashers need it until 10:30. Just click on that and see what happens. Update terms and conditions, blah blah blah. And this is where we used to tell people they really need to look at it, but let's just see how long it takes to. This is nostalgia going on around here. Grandpa signed into DoorDash near KFC, 10 miles. Oh, Chicken Express for $8.65, going 7.1 miles. Would you take? Let's see. Can you see it? Would you take it or pass it? Obviously, we're gonna pass it. But 7.1 miles. Yeah, not a chance. Yeah, because that's 14 miles, so that's what, about 60 cents a mile. Decline offer. You know, if it would have been like 3 miles, 865 wouldn't have been bad, or 8, was it 865? I'm just curious. Let's see, wow, they changed this all up. Go to home screen. Ratings? No, I don't want ratings. Oh. Wow, they have changed this. Because I had, a contract violation. Yeah, it's still on there. I was wondering. Well, you have to do so many before it drops, doesn't it? If I remember right, I was doing a Uber at the same time as DoorDash, and I took the Uber before I did the DoorDash, and then it got me for taking too long, if I remember right. How do I turn this thing off? Good Lord, where do you go to? Dash ends at 10:30. Pause orders. Where do you? Oh, end now. There we go. It looks different, but it's. I mean, well, I know I can still dash. Worst case scenario, hey, if I could get me a scooter like Emily, she's got that little basket in the back. I could do. I could do some here. I'm not leaving where the little town I live in. I ain't driving to Wichita on that thing. I don't know if y'all was. Anyway, there was 2 bicyclers got ran over and killed the other day. We drove by and unfortunately seen the body laying there. But as it turned out, it was a 43-year-old man and his 23-year-old daughter. I'm assuming it was a daughter, same last name. He's 43, she's 23. So it's probably a dad and a daughter they're the ones that got run over. The girl that ran over him was, what'd they say? Distracted driving, and basically she was distracted driving and excessive speed. So I don't know. And somebody commented and said, was she arrested? And somebody said, not yet. So and the girl that ran over him, she was probably in her mid-20s, graduated from college, working at one of the big factories out there. And the one on the bicycle was just 23, and she had graduated college. Yeah. Yeah, and it's a service road that runs down I-44, which is the interstate turnpike. It goes from here all the way to, I don't even really know how far I-44 goes. It was way up there, way up north. Maybe might go to St. Louis. I don't know. I know you go 44 to St. Louis, but I don't remember if you cut off. I don't remember. But anyway, yeah, distracted driving. And everybody was saying that when people get off that factory, they hook it down that service road because you got to drive down that service road about a mile before you can get to an on ramp to get up on the highway. Bad deal, man. But killed the dad and the daughter. But anyway, that's another reason why I would not ride my scooter out of this now, especially a scooter. The bicycles, I see every time I go to Wichita Falls, there's bicyclers on that service road. These are going north or going south. Every time I go, you'll see bicyclers. So people that work in them factories ought to be used to seeing them. But apparently, they wasn't expecting them to be there. I don't know. Sad deal. But anyway, that's why I wouldn't ride that scooter or anything else, because you got 11 miles from here to the Walmart, and you're not even in town yet. You're right on the edge of Wichita Falls. Yep. I did get the review done for the iScooter. Hopefully it's good. Oh, yeah, it's all right. Nothing great, but it would, it, my biggest thing is I was wanting to get the attention of some of these scooter people, especially that iScooter. If I was going to buy one right now, not reviewing others besides the one I have and I did do another one, and then I've rode the scooter Emily had before, but this iScooter, that seems like a good, solid built scooter. It doesn't rattle. It doesn't shake. It feels very steady. I had the GoPro mounted right here, and you could see the speedometer. And there was a curve on the sidewalk, and the speedometer was showing 21. I think it's 2 miles an hour off, though, so I was probably going 19. But it felt very secure and very, real good on going around the curve. The mobility scooters would be wonderful. Would be great to do. Oh yeah, I was supposed to be getting a mobility scooter from Kurdom, the one that I did the other scooters from, and just finished up the recliner. I made hey, y'all want to watch that? I want to see what y'all think. Will the audio come through though? Anyway, electric scooters and bicycles. Yeah, I would take them back. It would be kind of. Where am I? You have to go. Oh, you got to go to shorts. You can see my bald head. And the reason why I didn't wear my hat is because I was trying to make it look like the age I'm at. Or it kind of looked like, an older guy. Me over here. If I turn desktop audio, so, okay. How's your arm feeling? Oh, it's still bruised. It's still sore. And I have to watch it on this armrest. This video is only like a couple of minutes. Y'all let me know what you think about it. I need to. Okay, I'm going to mute this mic and open that mic. I don't really have to mute this one because I don't have that speaker on. See if it will work. I started to speed that up, but I want to show people how slow it really is. It's not going to freak any older person out. Was it that bad? I don't think I would ever get it. It's actually pretty comfortable. It really is. And it's got that vibrating. That heat on your back feels good. That heat, that vibrating. Vibrating's okay on your back and then up here on your shoulders. What I really liked about this one was this pillow right there. There's not many recliners that you can tilt that pillow with the remote, you know. Well, they wanted a YouTube short, and I sent it to them before I made it public, and they said that was good. Yeah, $699 share and a 2.5 minute video, and they're happy. That's my kind of business. I like that. Here, I wonder if we click like. Here we can click like. and I waited till 7 o'clock to release it because usually your YouTube shorts, for me, they like skyrocket. This one didn't. I don't know. And I didn't know you could change the thumbnails on shorts. But I don't ever use the mobile app. So I was and it had like that picture right there as the thumbnail. And that has really nothing to do with I mean it does, but when this chair literally lifts you to your feet being the title, that doesn't do it much justice. But I didn't know you could change the thumbnail, but you can. You just have to do it in the mobile app. Keep in there or selling it. Mom wants it. New furniture for you. Yeah, no, I'll sell it. I'll donate it. I'm sorry. I'll donate it. And unless she wanted it, but yeah, the remote doesn't let you know it's a chair, and that was the whole thing. And I thought, man, that thumbnail really needs to change. And I was going to try to do a little research and see if it takes it at a certain time frame or if it's just random throughout the video. But and I don't know how long YouTube's been letting you do that. Uh, they may have been letting you do that for a while, and I just never really noticed because I just don't do shorts that often. But now I know, so it makes it all the better. But yeah, it hasn't gotten uh, any views really, and that really, I thought it might just shoot up, but apparently not. And the bad thing is yesterday on the Curdom website, they had this chair and it said out of stock. Today, this chair is not even on there. So I'm hoping they get some more in, or there will absolutely be no commissions from sales. I changed the thumbnail a lot on the shorts. I only discovered that a few months ago myself. I had no idea. Uh, where, oh, but see, like that short, that video was okay. But this right here, this one, it's just some dude standing there. You know, you have no idea. So, and this one, and this, and all of them are terrible. Well, that one's okay, and that one's okay, but this you can tell somebody's riding a scooter or a mobility scooter. So I guess that one's okay. But like that's no good at all. That's no good. That's no good. That's definitely no good. Portable monitor that auto rotates. I mean, I guess it is showing a monitor, but supposed to be getting in another chair similar to this one. I haven't. My face was thinner, wasn't it? I was like, oh, what's happening? I'm goofy. Anyway, wouldn't you want to use key search word phrases in your title? Uh, no. Honestly, no. Uh, usually you want the description to do your lift, basically do your heavy lifting for your SEO and the search engine optimization. But as far as your titles go, you want it to where if somebody's scrolling and they see a title and they, whoa, what is this? And if it's just got a bunch of keywords in there, if you just put the zero gravity lift chair, that's all keywords, but that's not going to stop anybody from saying, huh? Where like this one, the chair literally lifts you to your feet. They're going to say, how does a chair lift you? And then they'll look. So you want all your keywords and stuff like that to be in your description. Just my opinion. And some of the gurus, and I tend to agree with it. 'Cause if you are on YouTube and you're not really particularly looking for anything, and if you're not really looking for anything in particular, and you're just scrolling, and you just see the product name of something versus what that product does or what it can do for you, that would be that. Would you stop if it was just a product name, or would you stop because it would build your curiosity? Like, what is this? You know, you got to kind of think about it like that. But you definitely need those keywords in your description, and you can use descriptions in shorts, even though you really can't see it. It is in the background, and all you can see here is your. You always put your pinned comments. I thought the title helps in the search results title if the way somebody would search for that product. Used to, but now everything. I mean, yes, it still does, but you really, since titles, people are scrolling and they're looking at titles. If they're searching, it's going to pull from the description, and they say that like YouTube search and stuff can pull words out of the video itself, your verbal words, but your titles are more to build curiosity rather than the keywords, but let you use your descriptions to do your lifting. That's making sense. See, I didn't expect these fake trees to look so real, but if you go into the description, and really, most people don't read descriptions, but your search engines, this is what they're going to crawl. You know, the spider, used to refer to them as spiders because they crawled the web and indexed these keywords. And this is where all your keywords need to be, you know, or you don't want to key, stuffing, keyword stuffing. They penalize you for that. You want it to be natural, you know. Don't just put a whole list of keywords in the description. Used to that worked, but they got smarter and then they started penalizing you actually. But you know, now you got like 2-pack sets, no maintenance, different things like that, and you have your brand name right there. And this is another thing that I used to not do, but legally and technically you're supposed to. If you're being paid anything money wise to do the video, you're supposed to say this video is sponsored by, or thanks for the good folks over at Sylvanverse for sponsoring this video. But if it's gifted, I mean, if they're just sending it to you, you're supposed to just say Sylvanverse sent this over to me to do a product review. But if you're being paid, you're supposed to use the word sponsored. That's the rules, and I used to not do that, but my mic will boom 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 on this. But yeah. Anyway, and as far as I got tags right there, hashtags, you can put as many as you want, but really they don't serve a huge purpose anymore. But only your first 3 show up. Anyway. You got porch, patio, 3-foot artificial cedar tree. So if you're searching for a 3-foot artificial tree for your porch, it'll pull tree and porch and 3-foot. Anyway, yep. But yeah, let your description do all the work, and let your titles be the one that catches people's attention. Every time the wind gets up, my little fake plant back here blows over. I'm afraid one of these days it's going to hit the ground. You know, it came from the Dollar Tree, so I don't know. You can't really see the boxes in the way. This is what I want, but you know how hard it is to find a bird bath with the little levels like this that have a fountain in it? This is the only one that I can find, and I liked it while it lasted, but it's got little bitty like igloo things. It looks like what makes me think of the igloo, where the water can go inside this base right there. Because the pump is in there, but it gets full of crap, literally, and it clogs the outside of the pump, and then you have to clean it, take it all apart and clean it to get it pumping again. I finally burnt the pump up, but I'm wondering if I got another one, if you could put like a screen or pantyhose. I'd look real cute buying some pantyhose, wouldn't I? But something to filter that you could. I don't know if you could hot glue it. I don't know if hot glue is waterproof or not. But you need something to glue a filter on there, and I think it might last longer. And it's only like $40. And some of the bigger ones I looked at, they get like 1,500 and 2,000. But I just want one with a fountain, and I like those little tiers right there. All stuff to keep in mind when putting videos in the tube. Yeah, yeah, and another thing on that is there's a lot of people on Oink. This guy came up with a new plug-in, and it does the job that they want to do, because you have a lot of Amazon influencers that's been putting videos on Amazon, and they haven't been putting them on YouTube. Well, he made a plug-in where you can. I think YouTube will let you upload 100 videos uh, in a 24-hour period, but you can load up 75 to 100 videos and have them all uploaded to YouTube all at once. And everybody's thinking, "Oh, that's great." But the thing is all you're doing is flooding YouTube with a bunch of videos that nobody's going to watch, because nobody's going to find them, because they're not changing the titles, their thumbnails, and descriptions. They think if I put them on YouTube, I'll make more money. You're not. If you don't do the work, the titles, the descriptions, the keywords still matter for product reviews. If you're not doing all that, that video is just going to sit there. And I do all that, and some of my videos sit there anyway. So if you didn't do anything, they're even going to be worse. So, well, this is beautiful flowers. What flowers? The the thumbnail. Did you see the thumbnail for this one? Maybe that's what you're talking about. No, where is it? Uh, there was a thumbnail, but AI made us some pretty flowers, and I liked them. But everybody told me that they looked too girly, too much pink in them. But anyway, the little fence is when the Dollar Tree. We had a Dollar Tree and what Family Dollar are owned by the same company, but there was one that it was Dollar Tree on one side of the building, and on the other side of the building, it was Family Dollar, and was it the Family Dollar was closing, so they clearanced everything, or or maybe it was the Dollar Tree. One of the two. Anyway, I got that fence there last year. It's cheap little plastic. I mean, it looks good, but well, you can't really see it. Anyway. But anyway, yeah. No, I'm picking on you for your empty. Oh, you said you were going to get some flowers. Oh, okay. Yeah, I want some. I think I had that picture that AI because I think I sent it. Here, yeah, here it is. There we go. But it painted the porch for me and then put it in this black mulch. That black mulch, I'm gonna get some of that. That black mulch is only like $2.39 a bag, and I don't think it would take but about 3 or 4 bags. You know, I don't know, but yeah, that's kind of the way I want to do it, something like that. But I don't need that much pink in it. But I think that would look good. And as far as painting the porch, according to what ChatGPT said, the size of the porch looked, 1 gallon of paint would do it. And I looked, and you can get a gallon of that paint for like $36. And I have painted a patio once, and it took about a gallon and a half. So I don't know. I don't want to spend a lot, but painting the porch and putting that black mulch in and getting a few flowers, I think you could do all of that for $100. Lay down some thick plastic before you put down, so you don't have to worry about weeds coming through the mulch. Oh, would your landlord let you paint the porch? Oh yeah, he don't. He's happy, happy, happy every time he comes by. Or and I never sing unless I have an issue and they put a new storm door on the front. And he said, "Man," he goes, "You're the only one that's ever rented this house from me that's taken care of it and treated it like there was your own." And I told what I told him. I said, "I'll treat it like it's my own." But yeah, no, he wouldn't care at all on that porch. And if I was going to paint the inside, I would ask him. He probably wouldn't care, but I would probably ask him. But the front porch, it wouldn't hurt nothing. The cardboard will last. I tell you what, I got plenty of cardboard, but wouldn't cardboard just turn if it got wet? Wouldn't it just turn to mulch itself? Cardboard and mulch. I just I just threw away. Actually, it's still in the trash can for that recliner. It was 2 big boxes. Well, would that? But let's see. I guess you could go up about that far from the fence. To plant a row of flowers and just go, from here to the porch with cardboard. Because cardboard I can get. Uh, actually, I could get that back out of the trash can. Eventually, eventually, I just meant it would be cheaper than plastic. Yeah, Mom's got some a big roll of green plastic. I really don't. I mean, it's like a big, heavy roll, about this thick. She's got that. But if cardboard works, I got plenty of cardboard. Huh. I just figured if the cardboard I would just thought if it would, I never thought about using cardboard, but I would think that if it got wet, it would just like shred and, but would it, my problem is there's some little trees coming up. I mean, there's pecan trees, and I pulled 5 or 6 of them out of there, but there's some little junk trees. I don't know what they are. They are hard to pull up. But if I laid that cardboard over that, I wonder if that would suffocate them and kill them. Double and triple the cardboard. I definitely have enough cardboard in the trash can right now to cover that flower bed. Oh, that's my that's the injury from my scooter crash. Bad thing is, see, this side is still swollen. You can see the knot. You can kind of still see it right there. It went, I mean, literally, you could put your hand over it, you know. It was like this within 3 minutes of the crash. And this just now came up a couple of days ago. I didn't notice it. It only hurts when I lay it on something. This side right here, it's not excruciating pain, but it's constantly a little bit of a pain. My leg and my hip has gotten better, so that's healed up. But mom keeps saying, "Yeah, you might have broke it. Might ought to get an X-ray." I really probably did. What's funny is you can feel a little bump right there, and I don't know what that is. I guess it's a vein maybe, because that's swole up and it's probably pushing that vein up a little higher. I don't know, but if it's got a hairline fracture in it, I don't. They're going to charge me $600 to tell me, "Yep, it's got a crack in it." Okay, thanks. I could have told you that for free. I mean, I guess you can verify it, but I mean, it's not broke. It's not like my arm's flopping. So there's some good bone still there. It'll heal up as long as I don't fall on it again. But yeah, this right here hurts. When you like the arm of this chair, set it down, it it gets your attention real quick and say, "Uh-oh, don't be doing that." Anyhow, there's another reason why I want a different scooter. Cause the one I got, I like it, but some of the tires are not very wide. So when you have the grooves in the sidewalk, it can get hung in them. And apparently, I got it hung in it because I couldn't get out of it. And I kept trying, but you know, your reaction at 60 is not the same as your reaction at 20. So there you go. Your reaction time. Anyway, I've got a flashlight I want to go review because I don't want to do the keyboard. I've got a keyboard, a flashlight, a security cameras, a drone. I got a drone in, y'all, and it may be a good one. I mean, they've all been fun to fly, but this one's not no $39 one. It's like $5.99, $4.99, or $5.99. And the only thing that I can see that it doesn't have is obstacle avoidance. Like your DJIs have the obstacle avoidances, but this has got the follow me. It's got the 360 where it'll do a circle around you. It's got the return to home. It's got the if the battery starts running low, it'll bring it back home. If you start getting out of range, it will stop itself and bring it back home. It sounds like it's got it all. It's got a 3-axis gimbal for the camera, so that should steady the shots. I'm wanting to get it out and try it, but it's been so windy. I don't know how well it'll do in the wind, and I don't want to take a chance on losing this one because this one may be a keeper. I've always wanted a good drone, and it's not going to be DJI quality. I know that, but it could be a good one. Yep. Yeah, Ray, come on over and help me help me fly this thing because I am not a drone pilot. Maybe between the two of us, we can figure out how to get it off the ground and get it back on the ground. Anyway, that's I'm kind of looking forward to doing that one, but I gotta wait. We've had wind every day. Today it was like 20 to 25. Supposed to be windier tomorrow and dropping in temperatures. You could use that in the scooter adventure series. Yeah, because I can do the follow me. Well, I don't know. If it doesn't have obstacle avoidance because you go under some overpasses, but coming across like the lake dam and places like that, you could. Windy there too, yeah. Well, yeah, and they changed that. Saturday was supposed to be 65, and now last time I looked, windy and 62, and I was wanting to go fishing. But I don't think, because you can usually drop that temperature another 5 to 10 degrees when you get by the lake, and I don't want to drive an hour and a half and get out and say, well, this is miserable out here, and then you've wasted all that gas. So I think I'd rather wait. Supposed to be 53. Wow. We're not dropping that low. Well, lows maybe. Oh, 59. There's what we're looking at. And see, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday's got high winds too. And Wednesday, maybe I'll get to do the drone. And this kind of drone, it needs to be done outside and properly. It got pretty warm out there today. 91. What? I don't know if this. Let me hit refresh just to make sure. Takes it a minute to refresh for some reason. Your weather is crazy. Yeah, 79 degrees here right now. Dropping down. Whoa. It's going to be dropping all day. So right now we're at the high. Well, it's not after midnight, but 8 in the morning, 56, 9, 55, 10, 54. And by 2 o'clock, it's supposed to be 53. And then start warming back up, 54, 55, 56, 57. 55 at 8 p.m. and then it's supposed to drop back down. Yeah, it's not going to be very nice out there tomorrow, but I've got a lot of indoor stuff to do. So, anyhow, I'm going to get off here and go check out this flashlight. It's supposed to be a black light and a regular flashlight. I thought it kind of sounded kind of neat. So, the commissions was low on it and not that many sales, but it sounded kind of neat. And I thought, yeah, it might be. And I like flashlights. They're easy reviews. not much to them. So, anyway, I am out, y'all. I appreciate y'all hanging out and just being here. By the way, this was an interesting thing. Let me say this, and then I'll get off here. Last night, after I got off the live, there's a seller that had sent me something, and I sent them, and they liked the video, and blah blah blah. And he sent me a video or a email, and he said, "You are live on YouTube?" Question mark, question mark. And I said yes, and he never answered me. But apparently, that seller found me or whatever on YouTube, the live stream last night. So apparently he was lurking in the balcony. I don't know. It just kind of threw me off because I wasn't expecting a seller to be watching the reviews. But let that be a little lesson to you that if you do a live stream or something like that, you may have more eyes on you than what you realize. Now you can't see, I can't see who's watching. All I can do is see the number, and that number don't always tell the truth. But you can see how many people are watching, but you can't see who it is. Anyway, apparently he found me on YouTube, so. But he may come back with, hey, if you're doing lives, if you'll mention this product during the live, which like last night, we did mention some things. So it would be, extra opportunity for them. You know what seller it was. Then next week, start talking about. Yeah, I know the seller because he's the one that asked me. His name was Jerry or Jackie or something. I've got his email. Anyway, but yeah, I may do that. You may say, this fellow's going to mention us. About to send him some good stuff. Anyway, I just thought that was kind of interesting. That way, I mean, just so you know, there's people watching you that you may not realize are watching you. So, anyhow, not to put any pressure on people doing live streams, but you never know. Anyway, okay, y'all, I'm out, and I will see y'all next Wednesday. Next Wednesday should be a giveaway. Maybe that'll be the first of the month. Maybe I need to give myself away. Anyway, y'all keep smiling. Last night I was clicking all through your story. Yeah, I'm talking about different. Yeah, we was. Yeah. You watch Mr. Wumble kick that guy. Yeah. Yeah, that guy he pushed it and pushed it, and I tried to be nice, and that's how I am in real life. I'm like, man, you need to kind of straighten up, and okay, this is your last warning. Okay, fixing to put you on the floor. But luckily, I'm slack. Back in the day, that's what you called it. Your slack's going to take care of it. I don't really never know how that came about. I just remember that was the word. That's your bodyguard. Ray was my bodyguard. Yeah, Ray did text me on it and ask me. I said, let's give him a minute, and if you don't, and I don't know if he caught me, but I said, go ahead, Ray. He knew exactly what I was saying. So, yeah, the guy kept pushing it, and I'm all for different conversations, and I don't mind talking a little bit of political, a little bit of religion, very little, because I don't want it to. Cause it's like I told Mom, if you let somebody start talking politics and stuff, they're going to mention it to somebody else that's in that genre, and before long, you're going to have 10 or 15 of them in here wanting to talk politics, and I'm just not going to do it. I don't know. I think I don't know if Ray blocked him permanently or just kicking out. He is indeed blocked. Okay. That's fine by me. He was warned more than once. And I think even Tim said something to him. Ray, I think you said something. I don't know. I think everybody said something. And the guy just wouldn't change the subject. We didn't take us serious, but Ray took care of it. Anyway, I'm out, y'all. I will see y'all in the next one. Y'all have a great rest of your night. If y'all need anything, you can text me, email me, or whatever, and I will. He was a squirt out. Yep, by the back of the head. Anyway, okay, y'all. Y'all have a good one, and I'll catch y'all next time. Bye. Bye.